Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for another edition of The Shadow Slayer 2.0. And this is episode number 124 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series. Thank you all for watching on the very dark and evil Shadow Slayer, by the way. It's dark, it's evil, it's scary, it'll frighten your parents and pretty much everybody you know, but it is what it is. But thank you for coming once again inside the Shadow Slayer, and I am once again your gracious host, Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching on this hot, steamy Sunday, August the 9th, 2026. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down my pants, otherwise known as the Shadow Slayer. Do it now. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video if you like. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. But all these stupid comments you can send to the Shadow Realm and that Shadow Slayer as well. And then Ozzy and Satan and their minions will come out, beat you severely, and then eat your soul. So don't do it. If you want to do it, go to your garbage channel and hang out with Ren and all those other schmucks. Go do your bullshit over there. Nobody's gonna care, because nobody cares about you. So, go over there to do that shit, because you ain't gonna do it on mine. You don't like it? That's tough shit, bitch. Cry for more. Cry for me some more. That's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that godforsaken bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because if you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. I think we all know what that means by now for 17 years and counting. If you don't know, oh, you better know by now. Look it up. Or get slapped in the face even more. Because that's what you are. You're SOL. You know what that means by now. And if you don't know, you're going to get slapped until you find out. That's it. That's that. That's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that other good shit. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. Grab the tasty cold one. Put your stinky, smelly feet up and enjoy the show. And if you like it, good. You don't? Bad. Get out of here. Go away. Go do your garbage videos that nobody really cares about. You can have a whole bunch of subs, but nobody really does care about you except for the people that drink your Kool-Aid. They're idiots like you. So, but it is what it is. I care less. I got my own channels. I got my own fans. And I don't care about the views or the comments. I don't really care. I'm just here for fun. And that's it. And I've been doing it, as of today, for 17 years. Yes, this is the 17-year anniversary. I know it's nothing special, but, you know, it is what it is. But on this hot Sunday, like I said, it is 17 years of madness here on YouTube. And I'm here to celebrate it. I mean, has been fun the last 8 years, really. Pretty much since 2015, it has been fun. So, the last 11 years, not so good out. I mean, I met some great people along the way. You know, when I first started, August the 9th, 2009. Very first video, by the way. I wish I still had that, but I don't. Because I've gone through so many channels. It's just, you know, I wish I saved some of those videos. Because some of those videos were pretty damn popular. You know, I had videos on NoDQ.com. 2 videos, by the way, on NoDQ. A couple of Halloween videos went viral. I wish I still had those. So I don't have those anymore. And not even on my external hard drive. Which kind of sucks, but I've had good days, good times, I've had bad times, I've had really bad times, especially in the early days of the so-called WC, and even getting into the horrible community that it is now, the WC. You know, but I roll with the punches like, you know, Diamond David Lee Roth used to say, you gotta roll with the punches to get to what's real, and I've been real pretty much for the last 17 years. I know a lot of people say I'm full of shit. I'm a hypocrite. But I'm a sexy hypocrite, you know, but I digress on that. But, you know, I've done things that on here that are worse than other people on here that are known criminals, but I'm not even on their level because, I have a clean record, so. And yeah, I've done some stupid shit on here. I admit that, I've done a lot of stupid shit, I said a lot of stupid shit to certain people, and it got me in a ton of trouble, but, I live and learn, and, I promise a lot of things, and I break my promises, especially this year, and then years past, with monotonous, stupid fucking people that just don't know the word no, and just can't move on themselves, so, in turn, you're a bunch of hypocrites. So, oh, I'm not a hypocrite! I don't care about you, Peter! Yeah, you do, because you're still talking about me. In your dumb, garbage live streams, and your community posts, and your shorts, and frequent videos you do on me. I mean, thanks for the attention, and, you're welcome on the views, because, without me, you get nothing. So, I don't need you people to get views. I get my own views the way I get them. I don't care if I get 30 views on a video. I don't care. If I get 1,000 views on my shorts, which I get on a daily basis now, it's fine. Oh, you use WWE content. I don't use a lot of WWE content. I use AEW. I don't even use wrestling content, and I still get 1,000 views here and there. If I just do a video like I'm doing now, and I go for 3 minutes, I get a few hundred views, which is good. Not great, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you know what I mean? But I don't need wrestling content to get views. I use movie content. I use different shit. Because I know how to work the system. So it is what it is. But I'm here to have fun. And I've had fun for, out of the 17 years I've been here, I say 10 of them have been good. I've had fun for 10 years. The last few years I've been, just miserable, including the pandemic years when we really couldn't go out anywhere. It was just, stay home and do nothing, but, since I was an essential worker and I was working in retail, and I still had my music job, primarily at home, which I still have now, I had to go out in the fucking pandemic. It sucked. I wanted to just collect my paycheck and get out of there, I didn't want to go to work. I just wanted to collect a paycheck and just get out and stay home, which I was doing with my music job, so, which I still have. You people think I don't have a job, you can't prove that, so, below me. That's pretty much it, but it is what it is. For those of you who are here for the first time, you don't know who the fuck I am. Well, my name is Peter Joseph. People used to be called Peter Gilmore, the Rant God. I've gone through so many names, it's insane, but, and I rhymed, but, Killer Demon 669, Killer Demon 666 at one point, Demon Killer, Human Killer 99, way back, that was my first channel, when I first started here. Human Killer 99 was my baby, and then it pretty much died off. It got terminated back in, I think, 2011, early 2012. My stupid people who just, were jealous and tried to kick me off YouTube, but, thankfully for me, I had backups, so, which I still do to this day, so, you're gonna try to kick me off YouTube, and it ain't gonna happen, because I got backups and backups, so, you could try to go on YouTube, it's like, oh, he's ban evading, he's this and that, that don't work, because, YouTube doesn't have a cap on how many it should, but they don't have a cap on how many, accounts you can have. That's how dumb YouTube is, and how Neil and Susan back in the day couldn't control the asylum. They still can't. Well, Neil can't because he can't fix anything, and his team of monkeys can't fix YouTube anymore. And they implement all these rules, they try to get stricter, and don't work. They don't work. They take things out that they should not have taken out, like the messenger feature. Actually, the messenger feature is kind of back. It's kind of sort of back, which I think is good, but it's weird. But, I mean, if you use it, good for you, but I don't really use it, so... I mean, if you want to message me, you can. I think, I don't know how you do that, but... Because I don't use it anymore. Well, the new message system, I don't use it much, but... I mean, it is what it is. The only way you can message me is through social media, but, you know, most people know my social media, but, you know, I don't answer stupid people, so... It is what it is, but... You know, they took that out, they took the webcam feature out, so you just upload on your webcam. I mean, you still could. I mean, certain computers don't have Windows Movie Maker anymore, because everything's up to Windows 11. People upload through the phones, they upload through the computer, depending on what OS you have, or something like that. But, yeah, taking out they took out a lot of shit. Customize your channel, they got rid of that, which I thought was nice. You can't even do that anymore. You sort of can, sort of can't, you know. You can put a background and stuff on there, you can put, you know, not memes, but, avatars and shit like that. But, back in my day, you know, you go to somebody's channel, they have, like, a big background. It was great. It looked like MySpace back in the day. You know, MySpace is making a comeback, supposedly, you know. Whether it's the same MySpace from before, or it's the, you know, when it changed it to, what the fuck is this? So, and Tom is still your first friend. So, Tom is older now, but he'll still be your first friend, which is retarded. But I digress on that. But, you know, I've gone through it all here on YouTube. I mean, back in the day, we could upload 10 minutes unless you had a director's account. Because I actually started on YouTube in 2006. I made Human Killer 99 in 2006. But I didn't do videos until 2009 because I didn't have a camera back then. And we didn't have I had a flip phone, which couldn't do anything there. So I didn't have, like an iPhone or, a T-Mobile phone or any type of, Android or an iPhone. I didn't have that until 2012, 13-ish. So the only way I could do videos is from a digital camcorder, basically. So I eventually I got that in 2009, 9, and then do videos, like I said, till summer 2009, early 2000. Well, actually, it was 2009 when I had the camcorder and everything, and stuff like that. And I wasn't doing it from this location. I was doing most of my videos from my old apartment with the missus in Washington Heights. I did it from, where I used to live, which I don't live there anymore. So I did it from there, my bedroom, and I did it in my apartment. Now I've been doing it from here since I've lived here for like 15 years. So, and some on-location stuff from Jersey and, other places. I've done a couple of videos. I even did videos on the beach when I was in Atlantic City a couple times. So, which I don't think I have those videos anymore, but I wish I did, but you never know when I could do it. I could do a random video from, I could be walking on the street, I could be in AC, I could be down in Florida, I could be in California, I could be even in Europe or Japan. You never know, but it was good times. It was good, like I said, good times, bad times, really bad times, stuff like that, but, like I said, 10-minute time limit. I was one of the first people to get the 15-minute time limit, and then now it's unlimited time. So it's 14. I'm talking for 14 minutes now. So if it was still 15 minutes, I would have to stop by now. But now it's unlimited, which I think is good. It should have done that from the start, but you know how stupid YouTube is. But just taking out dumb things they should never have taken out. Like the annotations, I think they took out. They took out a few things that were just like, why? But, I know everything changes, technology changes, and YouTube has to, eventually evolve. And I think YouTube has been around for almost as long as I have been on this website. Like 20 some odd years. and counting, which, and I keep saying that YouTube should freaking fall apart. I think the darkest day for YouTube is joining up with Google, because everything was good until Google came around, and you had to make a Google account just to stay on YouTube, which I thought was retarded. And like I said, they just let anybody on YouTube. They don't enforce the rules at all, so people can do their garbage AI videos and get people in trouble because it's AI and people don't understand what the difference between AI and real life. And people just make 6,000 fake accounts using other people's pictures, and then they steal content. And then people try to, they try to report it for copyright, and next thing you know, we're going to counter copyright things, and then you're like, well, can't do anything because I don't want to get my channel terminated and stuff like that, or I have to go to court to prove it. It's just stupid how the censorship and, people just take things without other people's, I can't even think of the word. Other people's permission and just making videos up the wazoo. People getting bullied to the point they have to get away from YouTube, and even if they go to like BitChute or Rumble, they're still gonna be found. I think that's retarded. That's pretty much stalking. And pretty much obsession. But I mean, it is what it is, and it's just fucking retarded how YouTube has just become since, I started 17 years ago. But in between all that garbage, I met some cool people along the way. I mean, some of them are gone, I don't talk to them anymore, and broke ties with, but still, there's a few people from the WC days I kind of sort of talk to, not much, but I still talk to Heel Steven every once in a chance. I go on his channel and say hello. It's like, hey, how you doing? I'll watch a video. Maybe I'll comment on a video. I still talk to Joe Cronin a lot. Great stuff from Joe. Back in the day, I used to be friends with Boston Fan 79, David Rivera. I talk to Jeffrey Rose every once in a blue moon. Guy is still around. Not here, but, he's still around. He kind of, sometimes he hits me up on social media, and we'll talk for like 2 hours on the fucking phone. I got other things to do. But, we still talk on social media. Used to be friends with WJ until he had that meltdown, and people think I made fun of his epilepsy, and, I made fun of him for the breakdown, which I did not. I was trying to help the guy through it. But he threw me under the bus, so I said, you know what? You threw me under the bus, I was trying to help you, fuck you. He's still kind of, sort of around. I don't know what he's doing, and I really don't care. And if he came back today, I mean, I might watch him here and there, but he's not the same. It will not be the same WJ, obviously, but, But I had my ups and downs with WJ. I had feuds with WJ. He stood up for me a few times against the haters. And everything, it was fun. It was fun back in the day when WJ was good, And then, sadly, he had that 8-hour meltdown, and I'm trying to help the guy. He's throwing me under the bus. He's having people try to attack me for everything, and I'm like, what did I do? I'm trying to help you. Because I'm a good guy. People think I'm not, but whatever. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. So, that's that. But there's good people on here. There's a lot of good people that I still kind of talk to. I got a comment on my Raw review, I think yesterday or the day before, from somebody I haven't talked to in God knows how long. Wrestling Savior, Shane the Wrestling Savior. Oh, I haven't talked to him in God knows how long. He doesn't do videos much anymore. Pretty much not on social media much either, but, it was great to hear from him when I left a comment back. He was talking about Raw, and he's like, he wanted to see how I was. I was like, I'm doing okay, but, struggling with my mental health and my physical health. which is, I've been dealing with that for the past 3 years. My neck, my back, my neck, I sound like that fucking song, my neck, my back, you know. No, not like that, but, yeah. My physical health has taken a turn for the worse for the last couple years, and, you know, not affecting my work per se, but, you know, now I have to work from home. I don't really go out into the office much, unless I have to go, but, so, it's rare, but most of the time I'm home, and I'm not on YouTube 24/7, 365. Most of the time I'm working in the morning and the early afternoon, unless I have a doctor appointment. So, there's days I don't work at all. So, I'm not on YouTube all the time. I'm doing other things that, like, I'm cleaning my house, I'm going out with the missus, I'm doing this and that. So, you can't prove I'm on YouTube 24/7, 365 when I'm not, so. Turn on the comments every day, yeah! Cry some more, alright? Cry some more, bitch. Why can't you just block me? Oh, but if I block you, you're gonna make 6,000 more accounts. Oh, I don't have 6,000 more accounts like you fuckers do. I have 5 channels. I have a couple throwaway channels which I barely use. So, really, 5 main channels. You know, really 6 now, but because I got my old Shadow Slayer channel back, which I did put a video up just because, you know, this, YouTube sent me a thing saying, oh, your channel's in danger of being taken down because there's no content on it. Well, I put up a 3-minute short. That was like about a week or so ago. It's like, hey, this channel is still around, yay! You know, I might make more content down the line on that channel, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. But you can watch old Shadow Slayer Gilmore Chronicles and Shadow Slayer videos from the past. From, like, I think 2018-19. Good stuff. Some good stuff. So, but really, I have five Resident Evil 5. 5 main channels. So, people think I have 8, 10, 12. People think I like my own videos. You got no proof of that. And if you did, it doesn't matter. Because you say, oh, I got proof of this and this and this and this. Where is it? You're hiding it. Oh, I gotta make a bet. I gotta make a video. I mean, come on. I'm not doing that shit. Show the proof and shut the fuck up, you flappers. A bunch of flappers. All you want is flappers. That's it. Either show the proof or shut the fuck up. Because I don't take anything these fuckers say seriously. I don't. Because it's just the same thing I've heard for pretty much 17, not even 17, about 15, 16 years. Same fucking shit. Call me a pedophile when I'm not. Because that's getting really old now. 14 years I've been called a pedophile. I'm getting called cat raper for the last 3 years. Which, you know, that's on me because I said a bad joke. And I was waiting for the sarcasm to kick in. But I don't abuse animals, unlike certain people I know, but that's another story for another time. But I never killed an animal. People think I killed my cats. No. They died of, both died of cancer. They had a hypothyroid issue. So I didn't, how can I kill them? I took care of them the best I could. Same thing with the missus. So, you can call me a cat rapist all you want, just because I said something on YouTube. So you took what I said, spun it, and made it into a 3-year odyssey, and telling people like, oh, Peter's a bad guy. He said this about a cat. He rapes his cat, stuff like that. I'm like, come on, really? You think any real person is gonna believe that? Oh, I got proof he said it. Yeah, there's a video. Do you think people are gonna actually believe that? Use your thin brain. Some people don't have a brain. Nobody's gonna believe your bullshit. Okay? Tell people I'm this and that. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. Try to play the guilty by association card by telling people, oh, Peter's a bad guy, so they kick me out of Discord groups or ban me from their live streams. It ain't gonna work. You can tell people I'm a horrible person. I shot 3 people, They're not gonna care. If it actually happened, yeah, they will care. But if you're gonna tell them basic, boring, dumb bullshit because you're so fucking obsessed. You don't want them on YouTube, you want this and that. Here's an idea. Don't watch me. I said it for 17 years. If you don't like me, don't watch me. But you will watch me because you like what I have to say. And you're like, oh, we're making fun of you. We're taking the piss out of you, this and that. Well, you're doing a horrible job. If you have a problem with me, that's one thing. But then you associate other people that have nothing to do with it, then I got a problem. And it's not me being the problem. It's you fuckers being the problem. I'm just saying. You want to involve other people, then that makes you a dumb bitch. I don't involve other people in my shit. Whether it be my friends, my family, my girlfriend, whoever. They have nothing to do with what I do online. They don't even care what I do online. In certain ways they do, some ways they don't. But bringing other people into internet beef, and that's all it is, it's beef. Internet beef. Because you're not going to come to my face and say it. You're not. And if you did, you know where you're going to go. You're going to jail. And if I have to defend myself, with fists or whatever, I will defend myself. If I go to the hospital, I'm beaten severely, and I'm going to the hospital, so be it. I'm defending myself. I'm defending my house, my family, my friends, and anybody. But, people just all talk on the internet. I might say some stuff, that I think, nothing's gonna happen, And then oh, we're gonna come to your house. We're gonna knock on your door. You ain't gonna knock on my door, first of all, because most of the time I'm not home. So you're wasting your time. You're wasting your gas money. You're wasting your PTO. You're wasting this and that. So you're wasting your time. Oh, I'm gonna come to New York. I'm gonna waste my PTO. I'm gonna waste all my money coming down to New York with tolls and gas and food and everything, and then go all the way back to wherever you came from, and you're not gonna get anywhere. Oh, you had a nice vacation, but that's all it is, a vacation. Have a nice vacation. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Have a nice vacation. That's it. Go visit the sights of New York City. Go do whatever you gotta do. But if you're just gonna come here and try to act like a tough guy, it ain't gonna work. Because 1, you could go back in a body bag. 2, you're just gonna go back embarrassed. And 3, you could be going to the slammer for a while, and then going back and looking like an asshole. So I have no time for that. So I might talk. I might talk tough online, but it is what it is. That's that. So I could say something to somebody's face, and I'm just, I'll just tell them the same thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna stand there, right? Swing. You swing, you go to jail. I'm not gonna swing. I'm just gonna have my hands behind my hands behind my back, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna wait. If I have to, I'm gonna wait. If I have to take the first shot, then I have full right to take the second shot. That's the way it is. I'm not gonna just do anything stupid to put my life in danger, or my girlfriend's, or my friends and my family's life in danger. I'm not gonna do that shit. But if you want to act like criminals and go to jail like certain people I know who have tried to do that shit, and what happened? Then they're in jail for the next 4, 5, 10 years. They got cases up the wazoo with other people in other states. You want to join them? Go ahead. Go ahead. But like I said before, if you don't like what I have to say, don't watch my videos. But you're gonna watch anyway because you need content. And I'm not gonna be your cash cow anymore. So you can clip this, you can watch this. I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm just telling the truth. And I'm gonna be on YouTube until I don't feel like being on YouTube anymore, which might come to an end soon. Might be another year, a couple years. I don't know right now. It might be next year. I don't know. I might just say, you know what? I'm packing up for a while. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be done with YouTube. I might take like a 6-month break, maybe a year break. I don't know. not that I can't live without YouTube. I can live without YouTube, and I have done it for and back in 2017. I took pretty much from July off. I took the end of June. I ended in June 2017, and then I took from July all the way to the beginning of January 2028 off. I had the itch to come back. I wanted to come back in September of that year, but I felt, you know what? If it was like July, August, and then I was gonna come back after Labor Day, so about 2 months. And I was like, you know what? If I come back too quick, you know, it'll feel like, oh, he went away for 2 months, now he's back, you know. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take the rest of the year off, recharge, and I came back, and people like, oh, Peter's back, yes, you know. I had fucking trolls that used to troll me back in the day, coming to my channel. Oh, welcome back. We're sorry for what happened. We don't, you know, they don't fuck with me anymore. You know, all those people back in the day, you know, some of them, not all of them, but they're still kind of sort of around, but they're pretty much irrelevant now. You know, I had one guy, we all remember Nate and MC, so many counts he had, MC 19, 20, whatever it was. Me and Nate, you know, we kind of buried the hatchet a couple years ago. Out of nowhere, he messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, oh, you know, I'm sorry for what happened, I want to bury the hatchet. At first, I was like, you know what, I don't believe you, because I have trust issues with people, so I took it with a grain of salt, so I was like, okay, but if you stab me in the back, I have full right to, you know, do this, we'll do this again, but we'll do it even worse. But I said, you know what, let me do my own thing, let me do your own, you know, I'll let you do your own thing. And pretty much for the last, I would say the last 5, maybe 6 years, me and Nate have been pretty civil. I don't talk to him much on social media. You know, once in a blue moon, I'll say, like, happy birthday, and that's it. But other than that, I let Nate do his own thing. I even let Will do his own thing. And me and Will haven't seen eye to eye much. I mean, sometimes we do, sometimes we haven't. And pretty much, I don't care what Will does away from YouTube. I know he hangs out with other people that are pretty much, you know, drama starters and everything. I don't care what they do. I know they're in different feuds there, and, you know. Then, you know, I had friends that stabbed me in the back, and I pretty much said what I said. Which I didn't mean it, you know, I wish death on some of them, and I kind of regret saying that. But, you know, that was the heat of the moment stuff back in 2022, early 2023. You know, I know some good friends like Jordan. I'll mention people, I don't give a shit, it's my channel. So, Jordan, Eric, Brandon, you know, Lauren, even in some ways Prince Idol, you know, Nick, you know, I threw them under the bus, and I should have never threw them under the bus. I should have not really got them involved, even, like I said, but they got involved because of the guilty by association card. Because that's what these fuckers do. They always play the fucking, you know, the guilty by association card to try to get me in trouble. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it fails, because that's all they can do. But, you know, I wish those days never happened. I should have took the advice of Brandon and Eric, and not really Brandon per se, but Jordan and Eric, and even Nick, and a little bit of, you know, Lauren a little bit. I shouldn't have said what I said to Lauren, because she was suffering from what she had at the time, and, you know, I said what I said to Eric, which, you know, to this day, I should have never said all that shit. You know, especially to Nick, who was one of my best friends, you know, back in the day. You know, me and him, we still talk. We see each other every so often, you know, at certain indie shows, but, you know, we're kind of, sort of, on a civil level now, me and Nick, but I let him do what he wants to do. If he wants to continue, you know, saying stuff, you know, on YouTube behind my back, I really don't care. I'll hear it, and then maybe I'm like, oh, you know, I'll go see him at an event. I'm like, oh, so you said this about me to so-and-so, huh? You didn't think I would hear that? So do I talk about you or Eric or Jordan anymore? I mean, Jordan is off YouTube. Eric still does his stuff, which is, he does his stuff. His Flash gaming, which is, I think it's entertaining. And then he does his reviews, and he goes out and stuff like that. And he's real. He's like around my age. So, if Eric wants to do that stuff, that's fine. But, but whatever Nick wants to do, that's fine. Like I said, if he wants to continue being, a hypocrite and saying, "Oh, I'm not about the drama," and then he goes on all these panels and talks smack about me or anybody, then I'm like, Nick, you're a hypocrite. And I'll tell you to your face, you're a hypocrite. I'm like, why do you say you're drama free? You're trying to be drama free, but you're going on these people's panels and talking smack. Kind of makes no sense to me. And then you worry about you're wondering why you're getting attacked. And then you yell at me. He's like, "Oh, back in the day, back in the day, he was getting attacked by a bunch of people for he said something to some other guy, and then he's like freaking pissing me off, blowing up my phone, wanting me to come on panel to save him." And I'm like, dude, I'm sleeping. I took a nap, and my phone's blowing up, and I had to get up, and I'm pissed off. I went on the stupid panel, which I shouldn't have done, and I had to defend this guy. I'm like, and then he's like, "Oh, you threw me under the bus, you didn't defend me. What kind of friend are you?" I'm like, dude, I told you I can't go on the panel. I'm sleeping. You gotta respect some people's wishes. If somebody's sleeping because they had a hard day at work, or whatever it may be, why should I go on panel and, it was like, if it was a different day, yeah, I would have went on and say, "Hey, Nick, you gotta, chill. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?" I have no time to go on panels like I used to back in the day. I don't even want to go on panels. People want to debate me. I don't need to debate people. Whether it be in music or they just want to do a one-on-one, which is not really a one-on-one because I'm smart and you're not. And I'm not going to get gang raped without lube on a one-on-one stream, then it becomes a 10-on-1 stream, thinking I'm showing for your entertainment. Oops, I mentioned him. So, blah, 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 blah. And then the whole situation with that, I don't even want to get into him. He's boring, JD's boring, and pretty much they can go to hell. I care less for them. So, but it is what it is, but, But like I said, I've done a lot of stupid things. I said a lot of stupid things. They got me in a lot of trouble. But I'm only human of flesh and blood. But some people take what I say so seriously, then twist it, and then either I gotta play damage control and say, "Oh, I never said this," and then I said it, then I have to take accountability. Unlike certain people that cannot take accountability for the things they say and do on here or in real life. It is what it is. But like I said before, I'm real. Yeah, certain things I should keep private, like some of my private life. But I want to come on here. I want to be real with you people. I want to talk about wrestling. I want to talk about baseball or football or hockey or politics. I don't really talk too much about politics, but I want to be as real as I can. That's all I ever wanted to do on YouTube when I first came on YouTube. Even before YouTube, I was doing MySpace videos with the missus and by myself. And I got a lot of good praise for that, even though Rosa didn't want to do it anymore. That's fine. That's, she wants to do her own thing. And some of my videos I still have with Rosa in the background. You hear her and everything. But most of the time, I'm doing videos and, she's doing her own thing. You don't hear her much anymore because I don't want to have her, mess up my videos so much. But, it is what it is. But, I try to keep my private life away from YouTube and away from social media. That's why most of my social media accounts are on private. And I might be a pussy for doing that. Except for my exes now. My ex has been, it's not private anymore. It has been private for a while. So I don't really put much on X anyway, about my private life. So I care less with that. But as far as Facebook and Instagram go, those are going to be private, and they're going to stay private until I feel like eventually unprivating them. And I don't really care. So, if you want to call me a pussy, well, thank you. I get enough of it. Thank you. So, because I know some people don't get a lot of it. But, and I brag. I don't care about bragging. I don't care. I'll brag about 2 million hits within this moment, and it's my video, because it's on my channel, and I got credited from the band. You can't prove otherwise, so kiss my ass. So, and then you can say, oh, I was on a video with Roman Passed By Me. I mean, big fucking whoop to you. 5 million hits. Big whoop. That's gonna make you special? You think it's better? You think you're better than me because you got 5 million hits? Big fucking deal. I was there, no pun intended, in the moment. You weren't there. Like I said, I wasn't there when Roman passed by you. I wasn't there. If I was, I would be getting 5 million hits too, you know. But you weren't there. I've had such success with music, and it's just, you know, people are just jealous. That I met Ozzy, I met Ash Costello a few times, I met In This Moment. I'm, you know, discovering new bands like Velcara, so many other new bands that I go out to see. And, you know, I post videos on my Metal God channel, you know, when I go out to clubs or bars, and you know, like, oh, some rinky-dink bar in New York, or wherever it may be, blah, 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 and it's like nobody there. You're not there, and there's a lot of people there, so you can't say, oh, there's only 5 people there, and just you know, can't say that, so, but it is what it is. It's still, I'm just, you know, putting content on my channel of the moment. You know, it's like vlogging almost. And I'm having fun with my friends, or if I'm there by myself. I'm supporting the bands, and I'm just doing what I gotta do with video and audio work, so that's all I gotta say about that. So you think I don't go out and I stay home all day? That's a lie. Because I prove it every single time. None of you people can prove anything. Oh, I got DMs from, I talked to this person and this person. Where is it? You're just talking out of your ass. Then you want to say, oh, why don't you bet me? And if you bet me, you take down your channel. I'm not taking down my channel. I'm not taking down my channel. You don't show the proof, you should take down your channel. But you won't, because you're like, oh, you know, you're gonna go, blah, 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 you know. Either show the proof and act stupid, or just shut up and move on. But you're not going to move on, because you got nothing to do. I got other things to do than to be on YouTube for 17 years. I'm on and off. That's why I haven't done most of my reviews in a few days, because 1, I'm fucking tired. 2, I got other things to do with my time. I gotta clean the house, I gotta clean the yard, I gotta go to doctor appointments, I gotta go places. I don't have much time to do videos, and I only have, when I do my videos, it's like, I know sometimes it's like really late at night, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes, you know, because I'm up, because I have so much energy. Or I take a nap like 11 o'clock, I get up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, you know, if I have the energy to do the video, I'll do the video 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a fuck. But most of the time now, I've been going to bed earlier because I've been so fucking tired from getting up early in the morning. Like, I've been getting up like at 5, 6, sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, and I stay up for a couple hours and I'm like, damn, I gotta go back to sleep. Or I have to go to a doctor appointment. I'm like, crap. You know, then I do the videos in the afternoon, even though I'm dead tired. So, don't blame me. It's like, oh, Repeater, where's the review? You know? And I have people commenting on some of my videos, you know, not lately, but in the past, they commented, said, where's your Raw review? Where's this and that? It's like, I tell them, it's like, it's coming tonight, it's coming, I don't know. You know, I'm so busy with my actual life, so I can't be on YouTube 24/7, 365. I can't say I'm a part-timer. But when I do the videos, I do the videos. If I have a lot of free time, I'll do like 5, 6 videos in a whole day. What? Not that I'm like some other people that did like 10 videos in one day. It's just crazy. You have no fucking life. You're doing 10 videos in not in 1 hour. You know, you have 10 videos in like one day. I mean, don't you have time to eat and take a shit? And, you know, if you have a private life, you know, or you know, a social life, go out. Are you still putting videos up even before that? You know, I'm going out pretty soon now. I'm still doing this video. I'm almost done. But, so I'm going to enjoy my Sunday night. And then when I come back from going out with the missus and stuff, I'm going to come back. I might do one, maybe 2 more videos. And then I'm going to call it a night. And then, you know, tomorrow I have a half day of work. And then I got to go to the physical therapist. And then, you know, and most of this week, the first 3 days of this week, I have half days. Thursday, Friday, and most of Saturday, I got to work full time. You know, I'm working like most of the day, so, you know, because, you know, it's what it is. And people are like, oh, you got so many doctor appointments, you're breaking down. I'm like, yeah, I'm almost 50, dude. You know, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago when I had a lot of energy. I was going out everywhere. You know, so, you know, I don't go out that much anymore. When I have the time, I go out. You know, a couple weeks ago, I went to a concert. I went to GCW like a month ago. You know, I got some things coming up in the fall and the winter. You know, I already put the money out for that. I have a couple. I'm going to see Godsmack. I'm going to a couple of indie shows. I might go to more concerts. Some local concerts coming up maybe in the fall and the winter. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But, you know, and I'm going to document that. So, it is what it is. But, the bottom line is, guys, 17 years, I'm not going anywhere. So, thank you for 17 great years. Let's kick off, you know, year 18, you know. And we're going to start pretty much the road to year 18, you know, later today with my NXT, my SmackDown video. If I can get NXT up tonight, I'll try, but mostly, maybe tomorrow I'll get NXT up early, in the afternoon. Maybe get AEW Dynamite and Collision, then we'll talk about TNA Ring of Honor probably on Tuesday. And then that's it, because we don't have any pay-per-views coming up this coming week, so we got that. But the end of this month, we got, and going into Labor Day weekend, we got a lot of things to talk about. So stay with me for, you know, if you've been here since day one, God bless you. If you haven't, you've been here for 5, 10 years, thank you so much for that. If you're just coming to my channel, thank you for that. I hope you enjoy the ride for the next however long I'm on this lovely website, but like I said before, thank you so much for that. Thank you to all my friends. Issa, her chat is just an amazing community. I love them. We fight, we argue, but we're still friends no matter what. And nobody's gonna stop that. Even if you try, you're not gonna stop me from going to live my life and have a social life. Because, you know, I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. I'm going to keep going to concerts and indie shows and movies with the missus. I'm going to have a great life, you know. I'm going to continue on through the rest of this year. I'm going to hit level 50. I'm going to go into my 50s. I might not be on YouTube for another couple years. I might stop in a year or two. I don't know right now. I might stop in the next 6 to 10, 12 months. I don't know. It all depends about, you know, if I have the energy to keep going, the drive to keep going, you know. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I had a good run. I know people that are still on here since 2006. I know a lot of people. I think Aaron Grift is one of them. I think, well, Joe I met, I think, a little bit later on. But there's a lot of people that have been on here since the very beginning of YouTube. God bless you. You know, 20-some-odd years. I've been here for 17. There's a few other people that have been around for around the same time. 15, 16 years. You know, God bless them. They want to have YouTube as a job. I mean, not really a job, because you're not really making that much money, except for super chats and all the other shit. That's fine. I'm not doing YouTube to get money, to make money, to have a lot of subs and this and that. I'm just here to just have fun. If I make a lot of friends along the way, great. I don't care that, I have a lot of friends like, oh, they don't support your channel, they don't leave comments. I'm like, I don't care. They don't have to do that. That's their own opinion. If they want to, that's great. If they don't, I don't care. But I'm going to support them any way I can. I'm not going to be on their channels all the time, leaving comments or, with, even with Issa, I'm not on there almost all the time. I could be out, like, at a concert, and she's doing a live stream for a pay-per-view. If in between, maybe I'll just say hello. I'm not gonna be on there for the whole entire concert, and I'm like, watching the fucking concert, and I'm on fucking Issa's chat. Oh, great, Romans are great, I'm not gonna do that. So, you can say, oh, you're in Issa's chat during the concert, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you weren't really out, you were at home. You can't prove that. So it is what it is, so that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna get out of here because I've been talking for almost an hour, so I shouldn't have really done a long video, but it's my channel. I can talk for as long as I want. You're gonna clip it, you're gonna do your bullshit and twist everything. I don't give a shit. So that's all I gotta say about that. So to all my friends, thank you so much for 17 great years. Like I said, if you have been here for a year, a couple years, 5 years, 10 years, have been here since day one, God bless you all. And let's kick off year 18 with a bang. Starting late tonight or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. So we'll kick off year 18 officially tomorrow, and we go from there. And yes, even you dumb fuck haters that have been stalking me for pretty much almost 17 years or 3 years or whatever it may be, thank you for making me part of your day or night or whatever, because it is what it is. But thank you, haters, for all the attention anyway. I don't need it, but thank you anyway, because without me, you would be shit. And you're pretty much shit without me anyway, so that's all I gotta say about that. But, stay obsessed, stay jealous, because, I personally don't care about each and every one of you. You pretty much you're a figment of my imagination. I don't care what you say, what you do on this fucking website. I don't care where you work, if you have a girlfriend, you have kids, I don't care. Just do your own shit, let me do my own shit. And if you can't let me do that, then I don't care. I don't care. If I have to put you in a place every fucking day, I will. I don't have to, but I will. Until you get through your thin skulls that you're wasting your goddamn time. I'm wasting my time, yeah. I admit that, and I agree with people that while you're wasting your time on these people, But it is what it is, but... And I'm not going to say I'm going to promise anything. I'm going to guarantee that I'm moving on from these stupid fuckers. I know it's like it's past the midpoint of the year, and I already went back on my word like 6,000 times. But, like I said, I'm not making guarantees with anything, but I'm just going to keep doing my reviews and just having fun with my friends on here and off. And that's it. If you don't like it, that's tough shit. And that's it. Alright, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. And once again, 17 years and counting. We're gonna keep going until the train stops. And it probably will be stopping, I don't know when, maybe end of this year, maybe in the sometime next year. I don't know. We will see. I'm hoping I keep going for at least another year or two, maybe more. But even if I take like a year off, I'll still be around commenting and being in people's chat rooms here and there. But behind the scene, behind all that, I'm going to be living my life, enjoying the rest of the final few months of my 40s. And eventually, as we hit January 1st at midnight, I will be enjoying my 50s. So... like I said, I don't know how much longer I got on here. I would say, if I had to give her a rough estimate, I would say maybe 3, maybe 5 years at most. You know, I might not be living in Casa del Joseph anymore. I might be living somewhere else. Whether it be down south, up north, east, west. Who knows? But wherever I be, I know my good friends will be here for me. And, you know, it is what it is. So, that's all I gotta say. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I talked way more than enough. And you probably will watch this video later tonight or whenever you do and comment and with your bullshit. I don't really care. So, have fun. Have fun getting all the views off my name. Because pretty soon, you won't be getting views off my name anymore. Whether I'm not saying that as anything, but you know, pretty soon you won't have me to talk about anymore. So that's it. Because I'm gonna be, people don't like me certain people don't like me talking about wrestling. So what? Don't watch my videos then. You know, get away from me. Go do your boring bullshit and harass all the people that, on your channel. I mean, that's your thing. That's your thing. It's gonna bite you in the ass someday. And don't come back to me saying, "Oh, I should have listened to Peter." I'm gonna be like, "Well, I don't care. It's your problem now, not mine." So, like I said before, if you don't like my opinion, you like my videos or what I have to say, don't watch it. But you're gonna watch anyway because you got nothing else to say and nothing else to do. You need something to say and something to do to keep your channel going. That's what it is. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Episode 124 of The Shadows Lair in the books. We'll probably get to 125, probably sometime next week. Death Before Dishonors, next Friday. We're gonna do a video about that. We got Lockdown coming up next Sunday. That's, gonna do a video about that. And then SummerSlam, not SummerSlam, sorry. All In. Not doing a predictions video for the Triple A show that day. But I will be doing NXT Heatwave predictions and reviews after that. And then Saturday's main event. Sunday night's main event, September the 6th. Those predictions will be in as well. Then we get to All Out. And then I think there's another the Triple A show that day. Or NXT show that day. It's weird. And eventually, as we get into October, we got Wrestle Dream. The week after Money in the Bank. That's October 17th is Wrestle Dream. Halloween Havoc eventually for NXT. Lots of things coming up as we get into the fall, as we get into November, the holiday season with Full Gear, Survivor Series, War Games, World's End, Worlds Collide, I think it's the end of September, I think, for Triple A, Triple Mania. Got those predictions coming up, and maybe some reviews. I know the Triple Mania is on Friday doing I think it's after SmackDown. So, got a lot. That's going to be a long day, September the 11th. Got football coming up. I got to do my yearly predictions video and shit like that. So, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff from now until probably the end of the year and maybe going into early 2027. So, stay with me and we keep going because the train is not going to stop right now. But it's chugging along fine. And that's it. Alright. Until next time, my friends, if you're not down with all that I said for almost an hour, well, me, the Prophecy, we're just real, and I don't need to show who's in it, because I think some people know who's in it already, but we're the greatest thing on this website and in real life, and if you're not down with us, and you're not down with everything I said in this video, well, I'm sorry, but I got 3 words for you fuckers out there. Fuck you, man. Thank you for 17 years. Here's to 17 more. Until next time, and there will be a next time, peace.